21-22 school year. This fair is for families looking for schools for the 2022-2023 school year, which is starts next fall. My name is Michelle Jacques Menegas, and I am the coordinator for the Parent Advisory Council to the San Francisco Board of Education, also known as the PAC. The role of the PAC is to provide parent perspectives to the Board of Education and the important decisions they make. The PAC is made up of parents and guardians of students attending SFUSD. The PAC meets once a month, and everyone is welcome to attend. Information on the PAC can be found at sfusd.edu/PAC. It is now my privilege to welcome you all here today and get us started. If we were able to be in person, myself, my colleagues, who serve as liaisons to other district advisory groups and advisory group parent members are some of the first faces that you would see upon entering the fair. Instead, we've developed a short presentation to help guide you as you navigate the fair virtually. Thank you for coming today. Next slide, please.
In order for us to know who's in the room, please take a moment to sign in. You can use your smartphone to take a picture of the QR code, or put your or go to bit.ly/signinfair to help us sign in. And let's give everybody a couple of minutes to do that. And I also put the bit.ly link into the chat.
Carla?
Hello, everyone. My name is Carla Bobadilla. I've been a longtime parent of 15 years in SFUSD. I have two students that have attended SFUSD. One is a sophomore in college and one is a current sophomore in high school. We are an SFUSD family. I'm also an SFUSD graduate. I am here today to talk about the Community Advisory Committee for Special Education. The CAC is a parent advisory group for families whose children receive special education services. Today, I'd like to share that SFUSD's mission, which is that every day we provide each and every student the quality instruction and equitable support required to thrive in the 21st century. And now I would like to pass it to Danielle Satinover.
Thank you, Carla. I'm Danielle Satinover, and I am the chair of the Community Advisory Committee for Special Education. I'd just like to add that if you have any concerns, interests, or questions about special education, we're here to answer them for you. You can find us at our website at CACSPED.com. We're always happy to answer questions. I'd like to share with you that the main round for applications is due February 4th, 2022. Thank you. And it goes on to our friends at the District English Language Advisory Council.
Hi, good morning. I'm not sure if my counterpart and partner in this work, Maggie, is able to speak. Maggie, are you available? In the meantime, I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Danielle Utley. I'm the Family Education Integration Specialist within the Multilingual Pathways Department, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as a liaison to our District English Learners Advisory Committee. Mi nombre es Daniela y estoy aquí para apoyar a las familias que hablan en español. The purpose of the District English Learners Advisory Committee, or the DLAC, is a subcommittee on English learner education. It's to provide guidance and advice to the Board of Education and district staff on the needs, programs, and services for students that are learning English as a second language. Maggie, were you able to connect? Maggie?
Yes. Hi.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, finally. Hi, my name is Maggie Zhou. It is also my great privilege to be the District English Learner Advisory Committee liaison. for our Cantonese and Mandarin speaking families. 我非常榮幸成為英語學習生學區英語學習生諮詢委員會嘅聯絡員，而學區英語學習生諮詢委員會嘅目的係就學習英語為第二語言的學生嘅需求、目標同埋服務，向教委會同埋學區工作人員提供建議。So today's tour includes the purpose of the fair, how to participate, tips for the week, and ways to get help. And the purpose of the next slide. And the purpose of the fair is to connect with schools. You will get the chance to talk to school representatives and ask questions to learn about the enrollment process. The enrollment process has many steps, but the enrollment fair will give you the chance to ask any questions you may have about the enrollment process. Sometimes it is easier to ask these questions in person than to ask over email. And access to the school resources. Now I will pass to Lauren Colin from the EPC. Thank you.
Actually, I think this is Michelle Parker. Go ahead, Michelle.
Thanks, Maggie, and thanks, Lauren. Hi, my name is Michelle Parker. I'm from the 2nd District PTA, which is the district-wide PTA that supports all of our school site PTAs. We have about 64 of those across the district, and lots of schools have other parent groups, but part of the national and statewide parent, teacher, and student association is what we support. I want to invite you today to use this opportunity to connect with schools all across the district. There are several ways that you can learn more about these schools. The first is that you can view each school's video, which you can find on each school's website, the Enrollment Fair site, and the School Finder on the SFUSD site. Second, you can participate in each school's Q&A Zoom session. The links are on the Enrollment Fair website. Or third, you can also read about our schools in the enrollment guide and in the School Finder on the SFUSD website. And now I'm going to pass to Lauren Kohler from the Educational Placement Center.
Great, thank you, Michelle. My name is Lauren Kohler, and I'm the Interim Executive Director at the Educational Placement Center. This is SFUSD's enrollment office, so you can come to us with any questions about the enrollment process. I want to invite you to use the Enrollment Fair to learn all about all of our different enrollment processes and the many programs that are offered in SFUSD schools. To learn about the enrollment process for grades kindergarten or transitional kindergarten through 12th grade, please join us today at 10 a.m. At 2 p.m., our colleagues from the Department of Technology will do a detailed workshop on how to use the online application. If you want to learn about the enrollment process for pre-K, please look on our website at the recorded video from yesterday's session. To learn about programs in SFUSD schools, please join the sessions later on today to learn about language pathways, special education, and high school career pathways. If you have questions about any programs or the enrollment process, please contact the EPC. You'll be able to speak with an enrollment counselor, and they'll be able to support you with any questions about enrollment or programs available in schools. I'm going to pass to Letitia Irving.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Letitia Irving. I'm the program manager for the district's African American Parent Advisory Council. APAC is a parent-led organization that listens to the voices and the ideas of Black family or families of Black children in SFUSD. We educate ourselves and one another on best practices, resources, and opportunities to promote Black student achievement. And we advocate with students and families to ensure a high-quality educational experience for all of our children in San Francisco public schools. There will be more about APAC as well as the other advisory committees as we go through this presentation, and you'll find out how to reach us. But we like to start by just offering you some tips for this coming week. My daughter is now a senior in high school. We are almost done, but I remember those days of selecting the best elementary school, then middle school, and then that high school, like it was yesterday. Having the supports through this enrollment process is invaluable. So as you go through this week, I want to remind you of a few things. Pace yourself. Everything is posted, everything is recorded, and the team that is here today is here to support you through this entire process. I encourage you to discover and be curious. Check out the workshops that the district has put on for us throughout this process. Use your tools and resources, use your search and enrollment guide, and watch the videos. Expand beyond the typical sources and information, which is word of mouth or greatschools.net. That's all important, but be curious of what all schools have to offer. We ask that you make a list. Start with the list of schools to visit. There's a schedule planner that you'll see in your resources, and then see if you can build that into a list for your child's application. Try to get at least 5 schools on there. Map out what schools you might want to visit during the week, and then check them out after the town halls. There's going to be a bunch of town halls. You're going to learn all about this. And then we encourage you to access Parent View. If you need help accessing Parent View, contact the family link. So we're going to drop this in the chat, but the family link line, you can email them at sflink, L-I-N-K, at sfusd.edu, or go to the Educational Placement Center. Give them a call. Educational Placement Center is also known as EPC. So when you hear us say that, that's what we mean. And lastly, we ask that you sign in, share your information so we can follow up with you and offer you more resources, especially if you didn't get a chance to register. Sign in now. Next slide, please. Every question that you might have is a good question, so ask plenty of them. To get help, utilize the resources you see on the screen. We encourage you to go to the virtual fair offerings, call the Educational Placement Center if you have questions or wonderings that couldn't be answered today, and really lean in. Reach out to organizations presenting here. We are all here to partner with you and your families to ensure that your child also has a quality educational experience in this district from beginning to end. Be sure to stay tuned to for all of our contact information. I believe that's the last slide. And thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to now turn it over to Noe and our Student Nutrition Services Department. Thank you and happy enrolling.
Thank you, Letitia. Hello, everyone. I invite you to take a deep breath, nice, slow, deep breath. And I'm going to say, I am Noelia Oropesa, the Engagement Manager for Student Nutrition Services, and I'm here to talk to you about our school meals program. Now, before I start, let me ask you, who remembers when they were in school? Do you remember when you were in elementary school? Were you that student that was eager to run to the lunch line when the bell rang or to go to the recess? Do you remember how much school lunch cost? Now that I have you thinking about your school experience, I have great news to share. Are you ready? All school meals are free. Yep, that's correct. Free for all San Francisco Unified School District students. I know, exciting. So what's available, you ask? Breakfast and lunch at all of our schools, and snack and or supper at participating schools, and in some are after school programs. Our school meals are free from artificial ingredients or preservatives, no tree nuts or peanuts. You can find our school menu links and more about school meals on this slide, like how we offer meal accommodations for students with special dietary needs or allergies. We created nutrition guidelines to provide culturally relevant meals, incorporated research and best practices around child nutrition. The SFUSD wellness policy provides all schools with the framework to actively promote and help the health and wellness of students, staff, and families. The policy is meant to inspire and empower a shift in culture that will increase healthy eating habits and physical activity among our students by creating environments that support healthy choices in and outside the classroom. For students to receive free school meals, all they need to do is line up when it's time to eat. We do encourage all families to submit the annual multi-purpose family income form for school funding purposes, and for families to receive benefits like a reduced fee to enroll your student in an after-school program, and much more. To learn more about SFUSD school meals, please visit us at sfusd.edu/school food and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We all look forward to having your student dine with us. And thank you. And now I'll pass you to Alyssa.
Thank you, Noelia. Hi, everyone. My name is Elisa, and I work as a community engagement specialist for the Kindergarten to College program, better known as K2C program. K2C is a city and county of San Francisco program, and we open children's savings accounts for all K-11 students in SFUSD. What that means is that every child enrolled in grades K-11 with SFUSD will automatically receive a college savings account at Citibank with an initial incentive of $50. So your student, as soon as they enter SFUSD, they will get a college savings account with $50. When families start saving, they can earn free money for college. We have many ongoing incentives, but this year in particular, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and there is a special incentive of $100. This means that you will receive $10 up to 10 times you make a deposit into your student's K2C account. We have many other ongoing incentives and school-specific incentives. To find out more, please visit our website, send us an email to the information that is on the screen, or give us a call, or you can also join my presentation later today at 12 p.m. to learn more about this amazing program. Start saving now for your students' future. Thank you very much, and I hope you join at 12. I will pass it now to Lauren.
Thank you so much, Elisa. All right, today you've heard from many organizations that support parents in San Francisco Unified School District. They are here to help you on your child's journey to and through high school and college. If you're looking for the contact information of any group that presented today, here it is. Both websites and email addresses are listed. The slides from this presentation are also posted on the Enrollment Fair website, and the organizations are listed in the resources section of the Enrollment Fair website. So you can take a look later on if you don't feel like writing them down right now. Now it's time to start the Enrollment Fair. Our first session will be today at 10 a.m. If you get lost during the fair or need help, any questions about enrollment, please email us at enrollmentschool@sfusd.edu. Our team will start answering those questions on Monday. We will also answer all of the questions that come up in the chat or the Q&A from parents during our sessions. We now invite you to join the fair by taking a look at sfusd.edu/fair. It has all of the schedules for today's workshops, the school information sessions later this week, and the in-person workshops are also linked there for you to explore. I will give you a very quick tour. Alrighty, so this is sfusd.edu/fair. It directs you here, where you can subscribe for updates by email and text. You'll be able to know about key deadlines and when workshops are coming up in your neighborhood. So we encourage you guys to subscribe here. The full schedule for the week is the next thing. So today we are doing enrollment workshops, and you can see that the school information sessions start Monday and run through next Friday. The full detailed schedule of the school information sessions is at this link. If you click on it, then you see all of the names of all of the schools in each grade level band with all of the links to their Zooms. So yesterday was early education, and you can see the Zoom link, the language that the session is in, the school promo video, and soon we'll start linking the recordings of the workshops that have already passed. So you'll be able to revisit all of those in case you miss any of them. And then there's also a detailed schedule of workshops, which you can see here. So all of today's workshops are on this page. This one is the first one for today, Saturday, October 23rd. And then you can see all of the other workshops and the information and Zoom links that you need to see all of the workshops on enrollment, on language programs, kindergarten to college, special education, CTE programs, how to apply online, and then our new student assignment policy. Also on here, you can request language interpretation or American Sign Language, and you can learn more about our in-person and virtual enrollment workshops. So that's all for today. We are looking forward to partnering with you on helping your kiddo apply to school for next year. We will take any questions that you have about the fair right now. Thank you so much. Are there any questions from parents?
I see a raised hand. Teresa? Are parents able to unmute themselves or not?
I think somebody needs to unmute them.
Can I start by asking a question that we see in the chat? So we've seen multiple of these questions about whether families are allowed to visit the schools or if it's all virtual. And I know that many of our schools have some, have rules about safety of the children and the staff, and I think you should call, but the fairs are virtual. So please use the link that you've seen in the chat to sign up for those particular sites. But if anybody else has any more information about visiting schools or connecting with schools, could you please jump in?
Yes, so all of the schools are going to do virtual school tours this year. The schools are busily setting those up right now. So they will post links on their school websites, and we'll also have a website that you can link to from sfusd.edu/enroll, where you can find the list of school tours. They will have Zoom tours that you can join, and then those will also be recorded and posted on school websites so that you're able to find them later.
Thank you, Lauren. Good question, Letitia. And I see Teresa has her hand up and she looks like she's unmuted.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have a question. So my son is currently in pre-K. He'll be turning 4 pretty soon. Is it possible for me to enroll him in a school for 2022 to 2023 now, or I have to wait next year to apply?
No, you are doing the right thing right now. The process starts about a year early, not quite. And so this is the time when you would start looking and seeing what school and what program would be a good fit for your kiddo and get all that paperwork in and in time for next year. Anyone else with more information want to respond?
Yeah, Teresa, kids who turn 5 on September 1st of next year, 2022, those kiddos are eligible for kindergarten. Kiddos who will still be 4 on that day, many of them are eligible for TK, transitional kindergarten, and we'll talk about that more in the next session. If you have specific questions about your kiddo, you should please call the EPC office. I'll put our phone number in the chat and a counselor will walk you through what grade your kiddo is eligible for.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome. Oops.
I see we have some other hands up. I see Alexander.
Hi, good morning. My name is Leila. I'm Alexander's mom. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Very excited with all this new information. I was just wondering, I did start his enrollment on my app, and I just have to load his birth certificate or passport. Does it have to be done today, or it could wait? Because I'm visiting family right now, and I'll be going to the city like tonight.
Lauren, when is the deadline for paperwork to be in?
The deadline is February 4th, so you still have several months.
You got a little time. Enjoy family today.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought it has to be done today. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And I see we've got some more hands up, so I'm going to try to see what the best way is to get folks in here. If somebody else sees whose hand is up, feel free to call on them.
There is also a Q&A feature. So at the bottom of your Zoom screen, you'll see a Q&A. If you click on that and you would like to type your questions in, someone can answer by typing it back.
Yep. I see AWH has their hand up and is unmuted. Would you like to go ahead and share your question?
Yeah, thank you so much for the workshop this morning. I've been on the website. There's a lot of information on there, which is really helpful. My question is, since there are so many different entities as part of this fair, if we have a question about a specific school, should we contact the school? Should we contact EPC? Like, who do we direct our questions to? For example, I contacted the school and then they directed me to, I think, the enrollment office, which I didn't know that I was supposed to do. And I also had questions about after school program of that particular school. And it doesn't look like I'm no one's able to answer my question. So just if you can direct people on like, where do we ask? Yeah.
Of course, that's a really good question. So almost all of your enrollment questions can be answered at the Educational Placement Center. You can send us an email to the email address here, or you can call us for specific questions about after school programs. If you call or email the school and ask them about their after school programs, they'll be able to share that information with you. If you're having trouble with that, if you want to call the EPC can email the school and ask your question, and we'll email you back the response.
Good question and great answer. Thank you, Lauren.
I take one from the Q&A chat. So Ryan asked, do we need to fill out a general SFUSD application? Oh, Susan's replying, application if you are applying for a charter school?
No, you do not need to fill out the SFUSD application if you are applying to a charter school. The charter schools all operate on a separate lottery process from SFUSD. However, we do recommend that you apply to SFUSD schools in addition to whatever charter schools you would like to apply to, just to make sure that you have many choices to select from for your family.
Good morning. This is a Spanish interpreter. There is a question on the chat that is in Spanish. So I want to translate that question for you so you can answer directly to the parents. The question is the following. All this is new for me. I have a daughter that is in high school. I want to know if today's workshops are only for orientation and gathering information, or today I have to register my daughter for a particular school. I also want to know if the registration will be done online or I can go directly to the schools that I am interested in and register my daughter there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luis. This is a great question. I will say it in English, and if you'd like to read it in Spanish or translate in Spanish, that would be great. Today's workshops are only for orientation. So they're to help you understand the enrollment processes and the resources available to families in that process. If you are interested in enrolling, you have until February 4th, 2022, so several months to register. And you can come to the Educational Placement Center in person if you'd like to register, or you can register online. And we'll talk about the online registration process today at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Yep. I see some questions in the chat about Monday's sessions. They will all be recorded and shared, yes, and you will be able to go back to our website at the end of next week and see all of the recorded videos. Any other questions still outstanding?
Yes, I have one.
Great, go ahead, Jimmy.
You mentioned that we can call or go to the EPC if we feel stuck or have questions. Is that available to working parents after traditional working hours or on the weekends?
That's a great question. So the EPC is open from 8 to 4:30 at our 2 locations. Our phone line is open from 8 to 5. If you need an accommodation outside of those hours, please just send us an email or call us, and one of our counselors will make a time to talk with you after work. We're going to have after work sessions for working parents. So we'll have several sessions at neighborhood schools. They're all listed on the FAIR website. We'll have one in the Bayview, one in Chinatown, one in the Mission, one in the Excelsior, and they will start between 5:30 and 6. And so if you are a working parent who needs help and would like to speak to a counselor in person, have help specifically with your application, you should please come to one of those workshops that is conveniently located for you, and we'll be there to help you out.
Thank you.
Lauren, there was another question in the chat. If I just want to apply to pre-K, is it just enroll online at earlylearningsf.org?
Oh, that's a great question. So if you want to apply to pre-K, there is an enrollment session that was recorded yesterday, and somebody from my team, could you please find the link to how to apply for pre-K and stick it in the chat? But you should watch the recording from yesterday morning at 9 a.m. and it will explain the entire enrollment process for pre-K. Alrighty, Linda,
And
I
Lauren-
see your, oh, go ahead.
No, Lauren, I just wanted to bring awareness that we've dropped a link in the chat. Someone had a question about if I was looking for, say, an autism program or special education programs specific to school sites. Marisha was awesome. I've been unable to drop it to everyone, and it said, if looking for special education info, check out this website. You can use the school finder to find schools that have autism programs. You can learn more about special education in today's workshop at 1 p.m. or on our website, and there's the link in the chat. If folks want to save the chat, if you go to the bottom of the chat on the right side, there are 3 dots. If you click on it, it will do a Dropbox that says save chat, and that will save it if you're on a laptop. I'm not sure about a phone, but it will do that as well. So thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt, and it's Linda is next.
Go ahead, Linda. Alrighty, I see Diana's hand up and I think you're unmuted.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
Hi. So yeah, I have a daughter that is her birthday is September 1st. Given the COVID situation, we left her one more year in preschool. I was wondering how much flexibility there is for her to go to kindergarten. Here, since the cutoff is just the next day, so it's September. She's a September 1st girl.
What year was she born?
2016.
2016. I think if your child has not gone to kindergarten yet, you can put them in kindergarten again. It might be best for you to call the Enrollment Placement Center and make sure that we're specifically answering that question for your specific kiddo.
Okay, would you mind putting the phone?
Of course. I'm gonna stick it in the chat again so everybody can see.
Thank you so much.
All right, I see Myvin's hand is up.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, Myvin. Go ahead.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I would like to ask you, is my son will be he in the 8th grade right now, and he will be go to high school. So can you give me information how to apply? And I heard about the Lowell High School is really they have to be something is the grapho or something like that.
Yes, great question. So in our next session that starts at 10 o'clock, we will talk all about the enrollment process and how to enroll your child in any grade. I think that for Lowell, it is on lottery process this year. So you will be able to apply using the lottery just like for any other school.
So that means I have to go online to apply?
Yes, you can go online to apply, or you can contact the Educational Placement Center. Our phone number is in the chat, and anybody there will be able to help you apply.
Can you see that one more time, please?
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
If you look in the chat, the Educational Placement Center's phone number is there. It is 415-241. In the
241.
chat.
In the chat?
Yeah, in the chat.
In the chat? Where the chat? What mean the chat?
If you look at the bottom, there's a section called chat.
Lauren was going ahead and reading it out. Let's go ahead and
Yes.
read it out for you again,
Yes,
my man. So it's 415-241-2241. 6085.
Thank you, Letitia. Alrighty, parents, do we have any more questions?
I see a question around who should attend maybe the language program workshop. So this is Danielle from Multilingual Pathways Department. I will be supporting the Language Pathways workshop. And basically, if anyone is interested in their student becoming multilingual, this is a great opportunity where you can learn about our bilingual bicultural education that SFUSD has to offer, learn more about the seal of biliteracy and how this all ties into the graduate profile that we as a district are committed to ensuring that each and every student has the opportunity to grow and to learn and to become a multilingual, multicultural learner in our district. So yes, you can learn about dual immersion, language immersion, and other programs. And that program, I believe, is at 10:30 today. Is that correct?
Multilingual pathways, I think, are at 11.
11 o'clock.
Yes, 11.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. We're looking forward to helping your kiddo enroll in school for next year. We are saving the chat. We will post it online for you if you'd like to go back to any of the questions. We're also going to save the recording of this meeting and we will post it online so you can watch it again if you want to make sure that you captured some of the information. If you are looking for ways to apply for next year or instructions on how to create your list or enroll, we will start that session in 20 minutes at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.
Goodbye.